Well, I think there are two sides of the picture. On one side, of course, there's a overall economic activity that kind of slows down. You saw the retail number took a hit. At the same time, we see a major jump in terms of e-commerce share of the overall consumption, overall expenditure. So I think it's a worldwide phenomenon, particularly in China as well. There are a lot of categories that actually see double-digit, even high double-digit jump in consumption, mobile commerce, e-commerce. That's a sector we're playing.
Could you just give us a snapshot as to what current activity looks like then? As we came to you, we talked about this Midsummer Online Shopping Festival. How much pickup are you seeing at the moment in activity?
So I myself actually now live in China because of the the COVID restrictions. I experienced firsthand the spiking activity. On one hand, there's a catch-up consumption where the consumption was kind of suppressed in the past few months. On the other hand, amazingly, there are a lot of people who are not used to e-commerce, mobile commerce. For example, in the online grocery category, it used to be the category where young people buy things. But during COVID, when everything was shut down, we can see people in their 40s, 50s getting used to buy groceries on their mobile phone. Now they are joining this, for example, online grocery, fruits, fresh produce, etc. Now it's a major category. So we're seeing actually category shift and the overall catch-up in consumption that translate into huge growth.
It's Karen jumping into the conversation. I want to ask you about department stores, because early on around COVID-19, we spoke to Sir Martin Sorrell. He said we'd see an acceleration of these digital trends, which would be bad news for the wholesalers. And sure enough, we've seen bankruptcies declared for JCPenney and Neiman Marcus in the United States. It's almost as though virtual malls are replacing department stores, and they can't fight back on experience because you've got social distancing that's come now after lockdowns. What happens from here? How far advanced do you think we are in this journey towards digital malls replacing department stores?
Well, to be honest, I may be biased because I play in the most dynamic part, which is the e-commerce and mobile commerce. But what COVID translating to is not a disruption. I think it's an acceleration. If we look at, for example, e-commerce figures in China, which is about 35% of the total consumer spending, and in the US, it was low single digit. We'll see, pretty big jump in there. And of course, one of the source of that jump comes from, the loss of business for offline business. But our thesis, at PingPong, our thesis with mobile commerce, with the e-commerce, with the direct-to-direct connection, all the middlemen are going to suffer. So what we see, among our customer base is the sellers based in China, based in the US, based in Canada. They can actually reach out and sell directly to wherever the opportunity is. We have, US-based sellers that sell to Eastern Europeans with our help. So in that sense, I think it's probably bad news for the middlemen as well as the ones who are, monetizing on the foot traffic traditionally.